New at 6, a grandmother and granddaughter fight back against a criminal.
They were passing by a jail when an escaped inmate tried to carjack their vehicle. It all happened in Robertson County yesterday. Jason Lamb has more tonight on how the two women were determined not to be victims and ended up helping authorities to catch the bad guy.
An inmate at the Robertson County Detention Center made a lot of bad decisions yesterday. First, he made a run for it. He went all the way down this steep embankment all the way to Memorial Boulevard. But his worst decision, at least for him, was what he tried to do next. When grandmother and granddaughter Rita and Antonia Stone saw a scraped and cut up man approaching their car on Memorial Boulevard in Springfield yesterday afternoon, they didn't know what to think.
So when he came up to the car, he was already a really bloody mess.
But just by the looks of him, my first thought was that he had been a victim of a crime.
But the man was no crime victim. He was a crime suspect. The Robertson County Sheriff said the man had just escaped the detention center by climbing over razor wire to get out, and he was about to carjack Antonia and Rita.
And he had me by the leg and the arm and was trying to pull me out.
But instead of letting the suspect get away, Antonia and Rita fought back.
I was feeling around on his head, scratching, like trying to rip his skin off, feeling for his eyes, and to get him off of my mom.
Antonia says she's never taken a self-defense class, but she used what she knew about sharks.
The thing you go for on a shark is its eyes. It's the only sensitive spot it has. Now, if you go for the eyes on a human, they'll usually stop too.
The inmate eventually gave up.
He let go. He wasn't having none of that.
Robertson County officials aren't releasing the escapee's name, but Rita and Antonia say deputies told them it was this man, Bobby Wilson, who has a violent criminal past spanning several charges. Deputies caught up with the inmate, having to tase him to get him under control, and they hauled him off to the hospital after what he'd been through.
Some of it was when he was tased, some of it was when he was tased, and the other part of it was when I was clawing at his face. This is a carjack he won't forget.
The two say they're happy to have played a part in stopping an escape, determined not to become crime victims.
I'm glad we were able to stop him from hurting anybody else.
Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.
Our thanks to Smoky Barn News for some of the video from the scene yesterday. Robertson County deputies say the escaped suspect was somehow able to get on the roof of the detention center. They say they've repaired the design flaw in the jail that allowed the inmate to escape.